Welcome to another episode of Face the Bully, where I like to talk about dogs, preferably your dog and mine. You know, it's nighttime again, man. You know what I'm saying? I like filming in the nighttime. I like filming in the day too. I ain't even gonna play, but at the same time, I don't care when it go down, as long as we can get it in. As long as we can talk about some dogs, man, and get it in, all right? You know what I mean? That's just all that matters. I hope everybody is doing very much well on this Saturday night. I hope everybody is doing well. I truly hope everybody is doing well on this Saturday night. And if you go out and you decide to get drunk, you know what? If you don't got no ride home, sleep in your car or call a taxi or an Uber. But do not drive under any circumstances. Love each other. Love each other. Love your dogs. And keep it real, man. Have fun. You know what I mean? We don't have no time for hatred. We sure don't have no time for hatred. It's a lot of hatred going down. But you know what? You yourself personally get beyond it. You know what I mean? And become closer to your God. And you know what I mean? Start loving yourself more and be happy. Because some people will try to steal your joy. They'll try to steal your joy, man. You don't want nobody stealing that from you. So just be happy. You know what I mean? And if you like talking about dogs like I do, just talk about the dogs that you see. And if it's a problem with the dogs that you see, address the problem. Speak on it. Try to help each other, because don't nobody really know more than the next. I mean, some people do know more than the next. No, I had to take that back. I had to take that back. Some people do know more than the next, because there's a lot of people that don't really know too much about a dog, but they got a lot of good dogs, but they don't really know too much about them. You know what I'm saying? Most are learning as they go. You know what I'm saying? You're not learning from books. You're not really educating yourself on these situations from books. Or, just sitting back on the internet, working it an hour a day. If you are, praises to you. Praises to you. You know what I mean? Because that's the only way you're going to really know how to deal with and manage an animal. Not just a dog. Not just a dog. An animal. You know what I mean? Earlier today, I was walking through a park. You know what I mean? Just out enjoying the sunshine. And so was a few other people. And just so happened to be, there was another guy in the park with me that had a bull mastiff crossed to a boxer. I don't know if a bull mastiff crossed to a boxer would be considered an XL. That dog was very huge. He was a very large dog. I didn't want to stand by him too long because he wasn't my dog, and I didn't want no accidents to happen. Dogs are dogs. But as we saw, he didn't threaten me. The dog did not threaten me. Not to say the least about they won't. But at that point in time, that dog did not threaten me. I did not feel that dog was going to threaten me. So this is why I can't just attack no dog, period. Because like I say, a dog is like his owner. If you're just a hateful person like that and a mean person like that, and you know what I'm saying, you got a bull mastiff and a boxer, and that man told me he had been around that dog for 6 years, and he had that dog in a public park. That dog wasn't raised to bite people. He wasn't raised to do that. That dog was 150 pounds. When he put that bull mastiff cross to a boxer on the ground, the dog was 150 pounds. Is that considered an XL? Maybe. A XL to me is most definitely a Mastiff cross. No matter what his ancestry say he may be, there was once a breeding done to a bigger dog. And that breeding had to be done to a Mastiff. Had to be done to a Mastiff. You know, it had to be done to a Mastiff because the dog is entirely too big. You know, and if it wasn't a Mastiff, it was just a big dog. You know what I mean? A big old dog that, you know, you gotta put those big dogs on the paperwork, because now not only is the XL being attacked, but you gotta look at what made that dang dog anyway, was the Mastiff. And, you know, it's a lot of people that probably never will tell you the lineage of any dog, because they don't want you to know the lineage of their dog. But sometimes you can look at a dog and just completely tell how the dog was made. Some of these XLs, you can look at them and completely tell that the dog was made with Mastiff. It was made either with Mastiff. What else could it have been made with? Some Boerboel. You could have made it with some Boerboel. You know, you got a lot that claim it was made with the Alapaha Blue Blood Bulldog. You know, they claim that. You could have, you know, someone could have put a Great Dane to it and extended this dog, made him bigger. And a lot of people just blend Bulldog with it completely. Completely blend Bulldog with it. There's so many different ways that the dog could have been made, you know. But one way is, you know, that Mastiff probably was in there because some of them are too violent. Are you saying that the Cane Corso is that violent, that it just attacked people? Because it could have been some Cane Corso in there. Could have been one of them, East Indian dogs off in there. You know, over there in India and stuff, they got their own types of bulldogs over there too. Over there in India, you know, you can look on the internet and see them with their big old aggressive dogs, you know. And like I be looking on the internet, I never see these people faces, and they don't have kennels. They just have this big, huge, gigantic dog on the internet, and they're showing him, and he's, you know, he's ready to attack anything. You know, these dogs are being bred. They say it's 100,000 of these dogs, but you can't say that 100,000 dogs came through the ABKC. Can you say that? Is 100,000 dogs registered to the ABKC that are Mastiffs? No. Probably so, though. I don't know, you know what I'm saying? Not yet, because I'm going to speak facts. I have not done no history on that. I just thought of that. You know, and I thought of it just because of what's been said. 100,000 dogs are in the country. But is 100,000 dogs registered to the ABKC? Because I'm serious, man. I see these dogs all over the internet, and some of them have been bred in their countries by their specific types of dogs. They have some nice dogs. I'm not saying nothing about other countries, but most people know what I'm talking about when you look on the internet. Hey, I've seen, one time I looked on the internet over in another country, I seen this dude with a litter of puppies, and every single puppy was violent and vicious. And then not only was it violent and vicious, but they was attacking one little puppy, just shaking him up, kept shaking him up. The dog was screaming. It was on the internet. And the dog was screaming, the little puppy was screaming. And they were just recording this. They just wanted to see if this dog would fight back. And if not, if he curred out, maybe they would have had him killed later on because he curred out. Only the strong ones would have survived. And that's just a big maybe. You know, you look on here and you see these big dingo type shaped dogs. You know, you see these big old Afghan hounds. You see how they run these Salukis all through the deserts. You see how they train these dogs through the deserts. They also breed these dogs, and some of their dogs get free and come through the world. And that bloodline that dog carried from them into these new puppies is something crazy, because the United States of America ain't really never really saw just stupid violent dogs that go crazy like that. We don't really have dogs walking around here like that. We are not a country to where when you walk down the street, there's just dogs on corners and there's just dogs everywhere. And you may see a dog in your neighborhood. You may see 2 dogs in your neighborhood, but you're not going to see dogs just piled up like that, because over here, we don't do that over here. You know what I'm saying? And you guys know that. Everyone knows that. The ASPCA is a little bit more strict. They're going to pick up all these dogs if you see them. Sometimes they catch cats, they spay or neuter the cat, and they take the cat back to where they caught it from and let it go. He can't breed no more, but to them, he'll help keep the rodent population down. Just as long as he can't breed, we can let him go. Because these animals can survive and feed themselves. They don't need no help. Fights the bully. You know what I mean? They don't need no help. I get to talking, man. I like to talk about animals. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of beef going on the internet right now. You know what I'm saying? Everybody beefing, man. You know what I mean? I don't want no beef. I'm going to keep it real. I always say that. I don't want no beef. I know a lot of people may not agree with some of the things that you say. They may not agree with some of the things that I say. But hey, say it anyway. Let's see if we don't like it. Let's hear it. Face the bully. Let's hear it, man. You know what I'm saying? Let's hear it. Because sometimes I don't know everything, and you most definitely don't know everything. But if we put our heads together, you know what I'm saying, we could create a bomb, man. You know what I'm saying? We can do something very, very big, explosive around here. We can do something big, man, and stop being selfish. A lot of people are hanging names on dogs. I mean, you can only look at the dog that we have today and the dog that we had 10 years ago. They look totally different, man. They don't look the same. You got short dogs with big old arms. You know what I'm saying? They buff, they stout. How did all this happen? How did all this happen? How did the dog become that short? How did it? And then when somebody say, hey, man, they put some bulldog off in there, you take it. The person that you say that to take it so offensive. But look at the dog. You probably got pictures 10 years ago. You probably got pictures 10 years ago with dogs in them. And they were bigger. But now all of a sudden the dogs are smaller. What happened? Where'd the size go on the dogs? Where'd the size go? The size disappeared on the dogs. Remember when dogs used to come out every single color but blue? They was never coming out gray. And, you know, you got a new color, the merle color, and all the rest of the colors that's out here. That's just pathetic. You got so many colors. This is all a changing of the breed. The whole breed is changing. This is all a changing of the breed. And you know, some people don't like the fact that a lot of people who already own these dogs, pit bull type dogs, Staffordshires, the pit bull, the Ryan dog, the ruffian dog, the watchdog, people who already own these dogs, they don't really want to cross them. They want to keep them the same. But you got a wave, man, a pandemic of people who just want the littler version of a dog. So since that wave has hit, you can only see, man, how it's basically tearing the original American Bully down. Tearing it down and rebuilding it in the fashion to where they want it to be. To where the masses, you know, I like to call them the masses, to what the masses want to see. They want to see short. They want to see a little short dog with a nice size arm. His whole leg has to be swole, just bigger. His chest has to be wide. And it has to be like broad, muscly. Going towards the bottom of the dog, they want it to slim up. But not pick up no height, stay the same. Slim up at the back. Now, some of them back 5 years ago, 4 years ago, when they started creating them, we're just going to really keep it real. When they started creating them, they used to have a bunch of kink tails in them. And they used to have a bunch of splayed feet. Well, those dogs are dead right now, more than likely. But they used to have a bunch of splayed feet. You can see that a lot of these, I don't know, a lot of these dogs that I've been seeing haven't had them. But this used to be a hell of a problem, with that breed. It used to be a real problem. And you know what I'm saying? They wanted the dog to basically fool you as a person that this ain't a bulldog. This is a bully. But you looking at it like, nah, this is a bulldog. You looking directly at the dog like either it's bulldog or it's a Boston Terrier cross. Because at first, it did kind of look Boston. But the dogs start getting smaller. And this became the American Bully that you see today. The bigger version of American Bully is just not what people like. It's not at the top of the menu right now. It's just not. And the bully thing is, you gotta damn near follow the wave. You gotta damn near follow the wave, man. You know what I'm saying? In order to stay afloat in the bully world, you gotta damn near follow the wave. And that's what you see a lot of people doing when they enter the bully game. They're not entering this thing under the pretenses that we are going to breed things that look like Paco. They're not even interested in the dogs that people used to breed in the 80s. They're not interested in the dogs of the 90s. They don't give a damn about if that dog don't look like Dax, nah, he ain't the right dog. This is what the masses are saying. The masses are saying this. The dogs change, man. So when it comes to an XL, too, also, because I'm jumping from line, breed to breed to breed right now, but I'm just, really just ranting, because when I get to talking about a dog, I just like to talk about them and why you can see many different versions of an XL. I showed you a dog today that was Bull Mastiff and Boxer. Is that an XL? Is that an XL? Because at least the man said it was Bull Mastiff. A lot of these people won't even tell you it's Bull Mastiff. They won't say, they trying to say he's off of Killer Kimbo. How you know? That dog was old. That's an old dog. Even though his blood could be around, I'm pretty sure somebody else done bred a different dog besides him. I'm pretty sure of it. So that right there is a lie. That's probably a lie, because you already know that there's probably been a Cane Corso added to the XL program. It didn't even have a color. It's not even a set color for the program. I mean, there's a lot of fake news coming out on the XLs. Everybody's slandering them just to get views. I don't want no view. I don't want no view because I walk around and go find a fucking XL right here where I live at. It ain't 100,000 of them. I guarantee you that. I hardly ever see them. And I live up here, where it's hills. I live up here like that. But I hardly ever see an XL. I might see a bully, but I ain't going to see no XL. Don't nobody want them. They too big. You got to be a specific type of person to want that big old dog. He's not pretty around your house. Who wants to walk around the house with an XL in there? Those are yard dogs. They just are. They're too big. You don't want that big old violent dog in your house. You don't know if he's going to be violent, but he has the potential. I told y'all. I said, my dog, Miss Bright Eyes, I keep showing her to y'all. I said she has the potential to be a violent dog. Well, guess what? See, because I don't need to lie to you on Face the Bully. It's only going to be a good show if I tell the truth and keep it real truthful and positive. Miss Bright Eyes, at 4 months old, has literally destroyed one of my chickens. And when I came out, she was inside the belly of him. How many Face the Bullies have I recorded with 2 chickens? Some of them were on there before Miss Bright Eyes even got here. I used to record with my chickens on there. See, I mean, if you don't be truthful about your own dog, then you can't be truthful about nobody else's dog. Oh, let's talk about my dog. Welcome to another episode of Face the Bully, where we talk about dogs. Preferably your dog and mine. Okay, yeah, the dog killed the chicken. Already at 4 months old. She's in the backyard. She's kenneled up right now. We are not friends. Not right now. Not right now, and I'm not laughing at that. It's just not right now. You know what I mean? Not right now. My dog really hurt my feelings because she sat here and watched me every single day play with my chickens. Every single day. And she sat there and she got my chickens. And she went up in there and got my chickens. She sat there and watched me play with them every single day. Okay, this Face the Bully. We're going to talk about some dogs and what they will do. That is the reason why you seen me back up off that man's Mastiff dog. You don't know what these dogs is capable of doing. I know one thing, a Pit Bull Terrier ain't going to do that. Most Pit Bull Terriers do not bite human beings. If you have a Pit Bull Terrier and it's set out to bite a human being, brother, you taught that damn dog to do that. That's why it did that. Ain't no human. Man, Pit Bull Terriers are not that way. You just don't walk up and just see a pit bull and he ready to bite your ass up. Unless his owner taught him to bite your ass up. Always putting the towel in his mouth and shaking it and letting him go around the neighborhood to chase cars. Like I said, run up and down the gate, chasing the mailman, and chasing UPS. Then they see kids outside on their bikes. You do not allow your dog to say anything to a child. You immediately step into that. Intervene. Teach the dog. Most of y'all don't teach dogs because you don't know how. Most of you got the masses. They only have dogs to sell. That's it. No training videos. I don't even have training videos. No training videos. They ain't training you how to teach no dogs. Most videos just showing you how pretty a dog is just to get ready to sell it. Just to get ready to sell the dog. You know, you just really have to be mindful about the dogs. Because if you're mindful about the dogs, then a lot of accidents won't happen. It's going to be another Face the Bully after this one, man, because I'm up right now. And I'm just recording right now, doing my thing right now, talking about dogs right now. Because obviously, people like talking about dogs. Can you do me a favor? Touch that like button for me on your way out the door, please. Keep it LIT with me, Ski B, on Face the Bully.